Good morning, everyone. Good morning, class. My name is Tandin on behalf of group number 5, and today I'll be covering a story about an international student who changed their academic program while studying in Canada. For many, choosing the university program such as BBA and BCom is seen as a reliable path towards a stable career. However, some students later realize that the program they choose may not match their interests and circumstances. As a result, they decided to switch a program hoping for a better academic experiences. To understand this issue, we interviewed two students who changed their program from BBA or BCom to Associates of Arts. The first student is Aman Verma, who originally enrolled in BCom program. Like many other, he chose it because it seems practical and offer strong career opportunities. However, by the second semester, he realized that his interests were shifting towards the broader topics such as communication and society rather than business and financial. Because of this, Aman decided to transfer to Associates of Arts program, which allowed him to explore in a different subject. Although the transition was challenging, he believed it grows him academically and personally. As Aman said, sometimes the path you start isn't the one you are meant to finish. Looking back, he felt the switching program was the right decision for him. However, the experience was very different from the another person we interviewed, Rose. Rose initially joined a BBA program with the goal of completing bachelor's degree and building a career in business, but during her studies, she faced a serious financial pressure including a high fees and a living expenses. Because of those challenges, she decided to switch to a associate's program which was more shorter and affordable. At the time, the decision seems practical. However, after graduation, Rose faced finding difficulties in job market related to her field of study since many employers prefer candidates with a bachelor degree. She explained, switching program helped to solve my financial problem at the time, but the challenging appeared later. The true story shows that the changing program can lead to a very different outcomes. For some students like Aman, it can lead to the personal growth and academic satisfaction. For others, like Rose, can create an unexpected challenges in a career opportunities. Therefore, students should carefully research and seek proper advice for making decisions, such as program changes can have a long-term academic, career and immigration consequences. So thank you so much for watching, and now we will begin with our interview questions with Aman and Rose. Thank you so much.
So, hello everyone. Today we are going to interview Abdul Patel, who is my friend who recently transferred from Bachelor of Commerce to Diploma in Associate of Arts. So, we are going to ask him about his journey and how, after changing his program from BCom to Associate of Arts, what difficulties he faced and how he overcome with it, and right now how it affect to his life. So, welcome Abdul Patel. So, how are you
Hello,
today?
I'm good. How are you?
So I'm good as well. So we wanna ask some questions regarding your past experience regarding your transfer from Bachelor of Commerce to Associate of Arts. So would you mind to answer our questions?
I don't mind.
So can you introduce yourself and briefly share your academic journey from BCom to completing the Associate of Arts diploma?
So, as you know, my name is Abdul Patel, and I initially started as a BCom student, knowing that I would be able to explore a lot of courses in that. But as I was going through my journey, I realized that it contains a lot of business stuff and especially marketing thing, which I hate it. So, then all of a sudden I had this thought of changing my course from BCom to Associate of Arts, because Associate of Arts lets me explore a lot of subjects, a lot of courses outside business as well, and which also makes me think creatively, because a lot of subjects needs wants to think create in a creative way. So that's one thing. And also, like, that journey was very, helpful in making friends as well.
Oh, I see. So, when you first enrolled in your BCom program, what were your expectations about the degrees, and then how your about your future career?
So at first I thought that like taking BCom would help me, gain knowledge in a lot of areas. Let's say real estate or stuff like that. I had that thought initially, but then when I was studying BCom, all was seeing was marketing and business this, business that, business environment, and it was a lot of it was very stressful for me, in a way that it's just business. So yeah.
I wanna ask, like, when you chose the BCom, so your first initial thought was not the business, but you wanna learn about some real estate thing, right?
Yeah.
So, at what point did you begin to realize that BCom might not be a right fit for you, and you want to transfer to other program?
So let's say pause.
Pause.
Pause, man.
Pause.
Pause.
Hey. At what point did you begin to realize that the BCom might not be the right fit for your interests or goal?
The realization happened gradually in my second semester as I was going studying BCom, but I wanted to explore more fields like communication and broader like society and stuff like that, and not only just the financial courses. So
Oh,
that's
I
when I
see.
realized, yeah.
So, what made you finally decide to transfer from BCom program to Associate of Arts diploma?
As I mentioned before, that I got an option to explore a lot more in Associate of Arts, not just financial and business stuff. That's the sole reason of me being transferring from BCom to Associate of Arts.
Was the transition between the two programs difficult for you?
It was
And
fun.
what challenges did you face while transferring the program?
So while transferring the program, I went to the academic office to discuss some courses, and every other decision comes with a drawback. So a lot of courses which I studied was not transferred. My credits were not transferred, and then I had to study some more courses. So in a way, I lost some money over there, but I learned the I took the education of those, so it is with me.
So while you were studying, are you also working? And how did you balance the both working and that academic studies
So
while transferring the program as well?
so as an international student, as you may know, international student can only work 24 hours a week legally. So yeah, so I had like 3 days of work in between, and then I had 2 days of university. In between those 2 days, I had to take out some time to change my course and stuff like that. That's it.
I see. So after completing Associate of Arts diploma, how did it help you in your life, and how it will help you in future?
So as I mentioned before, the creativity stuff played more role, that is, as it made me more active, and not just I was not just thinking in a narrow way, but I had like this broad area to explore, and yeah, that's what I would say.
Oh, so looking back now that you have completely completed your studies after like switching programs and after changes switching your program, do you think it was your right decisions or not?
In a way, it was a right decision for me, but as I grow up now, as I see the world outside, the real world, I think that I should have went a little bit more depth into the studies of different field as well. That would have helped me to grow in a bigger way.
So when you transfer from BCom to Associate of Arts, do you have any like study permit? It did affect your PGW program or any something like that?
So when I got admitted in Associate of Arts, uh, there was no legal, you know, I would say rule that I won't get any PGWP. But nowadays, if a student is and being getting enrolled in Associate of Arts these days, they will have a hard time getting PGWP. That's what I have heard, but I don't know for sure.
And what advice do you give to the students who want to transfer from BCom to Associate of Arts or any other degree, from bachelor's to any other diploma degree?
I think bachelor would be a better option these days considering all the rules that are being changed. So even if you are not, interested in studying bachelor's, I would suggest you to just work through it because it would help them in future to get their PGWP eventually getting settled in Canada. So that's the annual goal of everyone, right? To get settled in Canada. So I would suggest them to play in a long game, not just a short game, and then they just continue the bachelor's degree.
All right, thanks for your time.
No
All
worries.
right, we will see you, and thanks Abdul for your time to share us your views with us, and have a great day. All right, see you. Bye.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Sukhjit Singh, and I am student at the University Canada West. I really appreciate you talking with me, and give me a time to speak with me. Today, I would like to talk with you about your personal experience of changing from like BBA and BBA program to the Associate of Arts, and I am interested in learning about your journey because the challenges you faced and how this decision affected your studies, career, and future plans. And your honest answer will help other students who may want to change their and thinking for to change the BCom to the Associate of Arts and about making a similar decision, and who want to change the BCom to the Associate of Arts.
Sounds good. My name is Rose. I'm a former BBA student at University Canada West, and I later switched my program to Associate of Arts. I have completed my studies, and well, I'm happy to share my experience to help other students understand the possible effects of changing programs.
Okay, and before we begin, do I have your permission to use this interview for my assignment?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you. And my first question is, what was your initial reason for joining the BBA program?
Well, I joined the BBA program because I wanted to build a strong foundation in business and management. My long term goal was to complete a bachelor degree, gain professional skills, and improve my career opportunities in Canada and internationally.
Okay, and my second question is, what difficulty did you experience in BBA program that made you consider switching?
Well, during the BBA program, I faced financial pressure because of high tuition fees and living expenses. Although the academic workload was manageable, but the financial burden was becoming overwhelming, and balancing part-time work and studies was also stressful for me. So I think because of this, I can say I started thinking about switching to a shorter and more affordable program.
Okay. And my third question is, was your decision mainly financial, academic, immigration related, or a personal?
Well, I can say my main reason was financial. I was going through a financial crisis, and switching to the Associate of Arts program helped me reduce my tuition cost and complete my studies faster. And at that time, I felt like the most practical decision I have ever made.
Oh. And my fourth question is, what emotional challenges did you face after switching this program?
I can say the emotional impact was really strong. I felt disappointed because I had originally planned to complete a bachelor degree. It felt like I was moving away from my dreams. I was also worried about my future and how this decision might affect my career and immigration plans.
Oh, and my fifth question is, did you receive guidance about how this change would affect your PGWP eligibility?
Well, I can say I just received some general information, but I did not fully understand the long term consequences. At that time, I mainly focused on solving my financial problems and I did not carefully think about my future eligibility.
Okay, and my sixth question is, were you aware of the long-term immigration implication at that time?
No, I was not fully aware at that time. Later, I realized that changing programs could affect immigration pathways and limit certain opportunities.
Okay, and my seventh question is, do you regret changing from BBA to Associate of Arts?
Um, I think I can say at first I felt relieved because I was able to solve my financial problems and graduate faster. However, after graduation, I faced many challenges, like finding a suitable job was really difficult because Associate of Arts program was not always clearly recognized as a fully diploma or bachelor degree. So this thing caused stress and uncertainty about my future.
Okay, and my eighth question is, what kind of job are you doing now, and is it related your field of the study?
Well, currently I'm working in a general customer service and administrative role. My job is not directly related to business or management, but I can say I'm grateful to be employed. I had hoped to work in a professional position related to my studies, but again, my employers prefer candidate with a bachelor's degree, which of course limit my opportunities.
Okay, and my next question is, how did this change affect your academic and the career goals?
I can say it, of course, affected my goals significantly. I had to lower my expectations and accept jobs that were not related to my field. This made me feel discouraged and confused about my career directions.
Okay, and my second last question is, were you influenced by family or a friend when making this decision?
I can say my decision was mainly influenced by financial pressure. However, I also felt indirect pressure from my family to manage expenses responsibly. I wanted to solve my financial problems as quickly as possible.
Oh, and my last question is, what advice would you give to students who are thinking about switching these programs?
Well, I can say I strongly advise students to carefully research and fully understand the long term academic career and immigration consequences before switching any program. Although switching may help me temporarily solve my financial problems and of course I graduated faster, but the challenges of course increased after graduation. For example, I can say when I applied for certain jobs and immigration related opportunities, I realized that my qualification was not considered equivalent to bachelor's degree. And because of this, I faced a lot of difficulties in meeting eligibility requirements and accessing better career opportunities. So this caused emotional stress and financial pressure. And also, I can think students should seek proper academic and immigration advice before making such type of decisions, because short-term financial relief should not be more important than long-term career and immigration's goal, of course.
Yeah, and I appreciate your time and thank you so much for the cooperation. Thank you.
Right, you're welcome.
Everyone, my name is Harmanpreet Kaur and today I'm gonna do interview with the immigration consultant, and so let's introduce of himself.
Hello, my name is Surinder Singh. I'm the head counselor at Right Way Immigration in Surrey, BC. Thank you for choosing Harmanpreet for my interview. Thank you.
Okay, so my first question is, According to your experience, what is the rate of international students shifting their degrees to the BBA or BCom to the Associate of Arts program?
Well, from my experience, it doesn't not happen commonly because most of the international students just come to the Canada. Before come to Canada, they usually took their courses, which are the little like most of the students took Associate of Arts because it's very easy, and also like international students have to work for to pay their financial expenses. So sometimes they already taken, but some of the students face difficulties in their academic challenges and for the financial reasons. So that's why they have to change it.
What are the most frequent reasons why students downgrade or switch their program?
The most of reasons is the because of the financial difficulties, lack of awareness about the program, and lack of interest in that academic sessions. So I think that will be the most perfect reason for that.
Lack of interest in academics.
Yeah.
And
in arts also there are manner of job opportunities like in science and math also. Have you encountered situations when students had to experience some troubles with PGW due to switching programs? Yes, in my office, I saw some cases related to that because some of the students took the courses just for because of lack of financial because the fees is very low and the study is very easy
500. So, like, students choose the programs because of the financial conditions, because international students have to struggle with their to pay the expenses also, and they also have to pay their fees to complete their study. Do you feel that there is a sufficient transparency offered to international students on long-term immigration effects? Yes, according to me, in which IRCC, all immigration and all students and all the job seekers have clear transparency, but the thing is, like, students also have to aware about the new updates from the IRCC as well as immigration officers. So, like, it's my advice to for the students so they can visit like immigration offices and meet any consultants so they can get their
better updates regarding to their immigration.
Okay. And my last question is, what do you suggest that students consider closely before coming up with the decision to switch this program?
Student consider most of the factors, like they sometimes they include the PGWP factors. Some of the students look for the financial factors also. But like my advice for the all students, so whenever you please took the courses, so please get to know about that course is eligible for the work permit in future. Is it the better job opportunities based on your study, and will you be able to like pay any your semester fees of this course, and when you are meet all the requirements for the study, then you can take the course. It will be better for you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for patience and understanding, and also giving a chance to take an interview.